You're still watching Mzanzi Fundiz. Gents, give a tarbolelega Stellies, because we touched on the Champions League, but the Confederation Cup, Stellenbosch, right now, they're especially looking at Formula One League. Yeah,
definitely. Stellies is a good team. Great way of taking players from development and putting them into the team. That transition coaching situation there, it's working out, and we see where Steve Barker has his boys in the dark in a row. And I think it's a tough encounter. It's a tough encounter. They're not coming up against a minor team. They know themselves that whoever they're facing in this situation is going to give them a tough time.
But Maposa, Stellenbosch's biggest strength is not necessarily the players, but the system itself. Preparation before matches.
Look, I think Stellies, from what Steve Barker has done and his technical team, has been able to know between DDC and the senior team. They know how to be able to transition players that are coming and be able to make sure that when a player gets to the top, he's still able to perform, he knows what he's able to do. That's something that Steve Barker has got down to the T, and it works very well. Every season, they sell players. Others have gone to Soweto, not done so well, not won anything. Got Jaden, who's now setting the scene alight. You've got Van Rooyen, who's at Orlando Pirates, setting the scene alight. And there's so many players that they have left in the team. But the team doesn't miss a beat. And if you look at the fixtures, that the way they're coming, the way that they've been playing, it looks like the third spot will be theirs to lose. People can be there, but once the games are caught up, I think Stellies will be able to do well. But when you look at them in the Champions League, this is their first time.
Confederations,
where they are and the opposition that they've got. So when you look at that, it's not an easy team that they're going to be coming against. All they have to do is trust and take this as a learning curve. I think this is the one team that they can afford to say, this is a learning curve, but still put up, because they've got internationals. Pasadena is an international. You've got, so when you look at all those players, and you've got to be able to say the likes of Onyango, they must come in and be able to contribute. Maybe Masaluka can score another goal of the season and go back.
And I'm glad he mentions, I'm glad Tampoza mentions players such as Onyango. You've got Lisiba Ngu, who's coming from Sundowns. These are players that have been at that space in terms of playing these continental spaces, you know. And I think they might just give Stellies something in terms of that space. And also you look at players such as Nduli in the middle field. These are proper players. And I think for Steve Barker and his charges, they need to challenge themselves to do the unthinkable, you know.
All right. I think our attention is continentally, but we need to give people that are well-rested teams that an opportunity to check on what their fixtures are like. Golden Arrows is taking on Kaizer Chiefs. Looking at Kaizer Chiefs having lost their last match. Coach Nabi, under pressure?
Look, I think it's both teams. If you look at Golden Arrows, because their last game they lost against Makesi. If you're looking at Kaizer Chiefs, Nabi's praying for a win one way or the other, because, I mean, at the moment...
There was a meeting, Maposa. What was that meeting about?
Look, it's those things that you've got to be able to say. Right now, you've got to be able to say, the fan base is split. Do you support Nabi, or do you stay with him? Do you believe in the project, or don't you? Coach Manqoba's coming back at Golden Arrows, familiar territory. After the Sundowns draw, things have not turned as he wanted to be, so he's at time to work.
Again, Tampoza, who's coming to Chiefs?
Manqoba. He's a man that he hasn't made it a secret that he doesn't like losing against Chiefs.
Yeah, he doesn't, and you saw the games against Sundowns. He literally would give them 4. So it's a question of, is Nabi ready to face Manqoba? He has to be ready, irrespective of the meetings that are happening there. He needs to have a meeting with Golden Arrows and say, you know what, guys, I need to also to find myself in that space of top 4, top 5. And we haven't seen a Kaizer Chiefs that really challenges Stellies in the past 2 seasons in that position.
No, Mara, you see, you can't look for Chiefs to challenge Stellies. Chiefs are closer to the ones at the bottom than the ones at the top, Chief.
Yeah, but it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress.
Chief, the people are working. You are closer to the bottom than you are at the top. And those don't want to... Those around you, because
how nice it is that Polokwane City is just not far away from them.
Those ones lost when their coach said other teams are better than others. But the problem with Kaizer Chiefs is where they are now.
Yeah.
Forget about looking at continental championship. The top 8 is a problem.
Yeah.
And that midfield pack. Hey, Baba.
Then have to wait for it.
All right, gents. While you wait, please go among somewhere else. It's my time to have tea, Lilunga. I hope you see such highlight of Fana. I got lots of it. Kalewa Hamachita, Erikelo Kubenkren, the Fana has Kabagaragi, the first time. Sharp.
Okay, Bafana.
Lunga baxoshile laba because ngiyalazi itiye lakho liphethe last week belishisa itiye. I hope this week lizoshisa.
Hey phela belingachitheka libathele kodwa uthi ngibabingelele ekhaya igama nokulunga intokazi enhle iya kwathenjwa ngithi sanibona asisheshe siliphungele litiye lingakaze liphole.
Before siliphunga letiye SuperSport idlala neCape Town and sibonile ukuthi khona ushintsho nje lwenze between the two teams. Come on.
Yeah, kukhona ushintsho because well, after the departure of Gavin Hunt, they are trying to get their feet back, you understand? I mean, it's not nice playing 21 games and only winning 5 games. Now they're at the bottom of the log. So they've brought in a familiar face, Super Sarah, to help with the technical team. I hope today it's gonna rain. Congratulations.
Kwenzakala. U-SC noma Mphoza la mina bengicabanga ukuthi bazojabula but they were sad ngendaba yabafana. How do we even find ourselves in this position? Kwenzakala?
Everyone is sad. Everyone is really, really sad as Bafana is on the verge of losing 3 points. Eshabona uTebs amfethu bengamelanga adlale because in the past games he already had 2 yellow cards of which resulted to a suspension for the next game. In next game yakhona wayidlala and 24 hours passed. The waiting period yeah. Abayibonanga.
Akunabantu abachekayo nje ukuthi
akunabantu abachekayo, you understand? Ngathi sekwanothisa le king the Super Eagles, you understand ukuthi ayibafethu.
All right, and then isigaxa sokugcina sendaba khona ama elephant nani
isigaxa sokugcina ile ndaba le ukuthi ayifuni ukuphela. From last year September siloku sikhuluma indaba ka number 10 woku Orlando Pirates bamnikile bamthatha. Ngiyakhumbula ukuthi uJomo Sono washo ukuthi you can't compare an elephant to an ant. Asho yena ukuthi uyindlovu. uTito uyi-ant. Ngathi ayimthintanga kahle leyo ndaba uTito, but what I like in his response is that he still remained humbled, rather. He still remained humbled and very respectful to the legend. Washo kahle ukuthi ungabombukela phansi umuntu. And it's even worse that we played in the same team. So you were supposed to welcome me as a legend so that I can pass on the very same energy to the other generations to come.
All right, Lunga. Unfortunately, that's all we have for this week. Do make sure that next week you come back and watch Mzanzi Fundiz, where we discuss anything and everything that has to do with Mzanzi. Remember to treat the people that you love right. I never rock.